thank our sponsor today, Monster Juice, keeping Modern Masters going. I prefer this one, the mango. Also, I'd like to thank Amazon for bringing me cases and cases of these. Monster is not paying for this episode, by the way. We're just making it, and we like to drink this stuff. I usually drink at least one a day. Rusty drinks about a half of one, and then I drink the rest of that one. Guys, welcome back. We are here at Modern Masters to talk about some of VRP products today. We're going to talk about their new line of billet snouts coming out for the 113k supercharged motors, which we have here. We also have their welded original factory snout that's used for the 90 and 92 throttle bodies. And then we have an original snout here, and we'll talk about that as well. Let's get started. Let's go ahead and grab this factory snout and just look it over. So when you notice this, you have this giant bearing protector right here in the supercharger where this bolts up. This actually shields the bearings and keeps material from coming into them and keeps bearing material from coming out of it. And you can tell that is extremely restrictive. I mean, you can just look in there, very small opening here. For how big this takes up the majority of it. You can just imagine air coming in here and be like, slow! You know, no horsepower out of this one. Right, Rusty?
That's what they say.
That is what they say. Factory welded snout. So VRP takes factory snouts. They take a used one, or they're buying new ones from Mercedes, and they're chopping off the restrictive inlet here and welding on a special plate that adapts to a 90 and 92 throttle body. Now this is a great concept. It still puts in a lot more air, a lot more power is being made with this, but it still has this restrictive bearing cap. I mean, you can't get past this with these. You know, this one's a little bit better, but it's like not so fast. You know, it's still not moving air like it should. So let's continue to look down the line here. And now we got some billet shiny parts. As you can see, there's several pieces here. They decided when they made this billet snout that they were originally going to do two different snouts. One for their new Whipple supercharger, and then one for the stock blower. Phil, the owner of VRP, just came up with a better concept: one snout and two adapter pieces. So what you have right here is the snout that's missing the adapter piece. As you can see, this is a new opening right here. I mean, it is just massive. It still keeps the factory boost bypass in the same location, and it is just, I mean, it is massive. You can literally, you know, put your whole fist through it. You can barely put a couple fingers through the factory. And there's other great things to it. So everything on top here has additional fittings for, you know, meth, nitrous, gauges, or what have you. Anything can screw into there to get readings or to push in methanol or nitrous. So that's a really nice concept there. And then so then we have the brackets that adapt to whatever supercharger you're using. Is the factory supercharger bracket that has the caps, the same style caps as the factory snout. If you look at the comparison between this and this piece in here, I mean, there is so much more airflow able to go around that. It's really impressive how they designed that. And then they have this right here. This bolts up to a Whipple supercharger, Gen 2, 3, and 4, 2.9 Whipple, and you're just getting maximum airflow right out the snout. This is the same adapter piece snout with the factory, and it's just, I mean, look at this. Massive amounts of air are going to come through that. No restriction, and like I said, there's nothing to stop. I can literally put my fist in there. It's huge opening. If you look at even the welded 92, where this is, if I try to put my hand in there, like, it's immediately stopped by the plate to block the bearing caps. This billet stuff is just really the answer, especially if you're trying to make high horsepower or if you're just trying to get a lot more airflow into the supercharger, which will help keep it cool, make more power, all kinds of good stuff. Kind of give you an idea, because we're talking about these in millimeters. The snouts, you know, 92, 105 that they can accept, 90, 92 for the welded one, and then the factory one's 74. Got a tape measure here, and we're just gonna put this, you know, we're all American. We go by inches, so let's just see the size of these things. The factory snout, if you can see it, let's just go by the opening actually. 2 3/4 of an inch. And VRP's welded 9092 is, if you can see that, over 3.5. So I mean that's a huge gain. The billet snout, it should be around the same. Yep, about 3.5 inches, a little bit more, but with nothing restricting it. If you take it, you can just see, you know, how much airflow would be going through there. Just really impressive. Horsepower!
Obviously much louder.
Wow, just great products. We'd like to thank VRP, Phil from VRP for sending us this stuff for some of our great builds going on right now. We'd like to thank our clients, and we'd like to thank everybody for watching. Give us a like and follow on Instagram and hopefully YouTube soon. Have a good day. Damn, good. All right.
Well, you know me, I like to be as informative as possible. I think I really nailed it this episode.